He walked into the room. He was smart, he was prepared, he had something to say, and nobody noticed he was there. This is not a story about who he was. It is a story about what his body was saying.
In the first 7 seconds of seeing someone, the brain has already decided whether they are confident, safe, and worth listening to. From gaze, from how they inhabit space.
What if one man could walk into the same room with the same face, the same clothes, and the same word, and get a completely different response from everyone in it? The science says he can. Body language is not performance, it is communication. The human brain evolved to broadcast internal state through physical posture before spoken language existed. Your body is always transmitting. The
neuroscience research using fMRI confirms it. When humans observe another person's posture, we read bodies before we read faces, before we read words. Here is the part most people miss. Habitual posture is not a choice you make each morning. Small self-effacements and running entirely below conscious awareness. Body language confidence is built from 3 primary signals. Vertical alignment, how straight and tall you hold your spine. Spatial openness, yourself to occupy. The spine is the structural foundation of confident posture. Research shows that spinal flexion, the habitual forward curve, is associated with higher cortisol, lower testosterone. Marcus tries something. He is alone at his desk. He places both feet flat on the floor, slightly. For the first time, he notices what this feels like. Spatial openness is the second signal. Confident people allow their bodies to take up the space they need. Arms away from the body, feet grounded and apart, hands visible and resting.
Marcus is alone in his apartment. He stands in the kitchen. He uncrosses his arms and lets them hang at his sides. Completely natural, but it feels immediately strange, exposed.
The discomfort is not a sign that the behavior is wrong. It is a sign that it is unfamiliar. The nervous system treats unfamiliar as unsafe. Even gaze is the third and most powerful signal. Research shows confident eye contact is not about staring. It is about holding contact comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds. Marcus watches Jordan cross a room. He does not think about it, care, moves through the room rather than at the floor. He is not doing more. Walking pace is a direct confidence signal. Rushed walking reads as anxiety. The pace change takes 3 seconds to make. The perception change is immediate. Here's the part the self-help industry almost never tells you. Body language does not just communicate confidence to other people, it communicates confidence to your own brain. Every expansive
research on postural feedback, the idea that your body's position influences your mind's state, has shown that your body is not just reflecting your confidence, it is creating it.
When the spine is length and the chest is open, vocal resonance physically changes. The voice drops slightly in pitch. The body shapes the voice before the words.
In a controlled study, the same person delivered the same brief introduction twice, once in contracted posture. Video raters who watched without audio.
Marcus orders coffee. The barista, Priya, asks a question. Old Marcus would have rushed his answer with a quick gaze down for 3 full seconds and answers.
This is the moment. Marcus is walking into the same cafe where this story began. The barista makes eye contact to make first. None of it is magic. None of it is magic.
Research on handshake quality found that a single handshake created impressions that lasted across an entire interview, overriding subsequent verbal performance. The handshake takes 2 seconds. Research consistently finds that, in initial social encounters, women report noticing and evaluating the physical language of a man who is comfortable being seen.
There is one famous body language myth worth correcting. Crossed arms do not always mean clothed defensive. Context matters. The difference is subtle. The social reading is not. Body language research identifies a specific window. It is the first 3 seconds after a signal is read. This is where the brain's social response is formed. And it is nearly. Real confidence isn't about arrogance or demanding attention. It is about being completely at ease in your own skin. When you stop hiding, the world finally sees who you are. You have finally arrived.
The final piece of the science, speed of movement. Confident people move with deliberate pace. They pause. The discomfort of the pause is not shared. Only the calm of it is
Here is the body language signal most young men overlook entirely. Checking your phone in a social situation, not for information but as a comfort reflex, broadcast one message above all others. There is one physical adjustment that produces the most immediate visible transformation. Allow open and the neck to lengthen. Every observer perceives it instantly.
These signals do not exist in isolation. Each one reinforces the other. The leveled chin allows the gaze to stabilize. The stable gaze supports the voice. The open posture creates and here is the truth that changes everything. Confidence is not a personality trait. It is not something you are born with or without. It is a learned physical language. Jordan notices. He does not say, "You seem more confident." He says something more specific. He says, "You seem more like yourself." That this is exactly what confidence.
The world did not change. The cafe is the same. The people are the same. The recruiter is the same. Nothing changed except the physical language Marcus was speaking. And yet,
here is what no one told you. You were always allowed to take up space. A very old, very practiced habit. And habits can change. The science of body language is ultimately the science of becoming, not a different person, a more present version of the person you already are. Every signal you adjust teaches your nerve.
The next time you walk into a room, any room, remember this, your body is already speaking. The only question is whether you are saying what you mean. Take the breath.